let's talk about Seascape.
Let's talk about Seascape B. Let's talk about Seascape, maybe.
All right, great. So let me start. Yeah, hi, welcome everybody. So I have a little surprise for the two of you, and also to everybody who is watching the stream. Because somewhere in this video, if you're watching the video because you're not here live, you're gonna find a little Easter egg and a link where you can basically get a free NFT. So I'm gonna do this little format where on my videos, on my channels, and also in the community Discord, I'm gonna hide some little Easter eggs here and there where you can get little NFT badges, so to say. And if you collect those badges and you are active in the community or an active supporter on my YouTube channel, those badges will unlock you new roles, exclusive access to some other NFT drops that I might do in the future. So I have quite a lot of ideas there. And so the two of you are hereby officially qualified for this first little NFT badge, which is gonna give you the Crusader W or the non-fungible think tank certification that you are Seascape certified, because you know what the platform is all about now. I hope you are at least a little excited. And Chefo, you're gonna have to create a wallet for that. Just to
Another one?
Yes. I'm gonna have to create a MetaMask wallet, and I'm gonna send you a link, and then you have to hook up the MetaMask wallet with the platform, and then you can claim this NFT badge. So yeah, that's what I wanted to start out with. And let's talk about Seascape. So what is Seascape? Seascape is a so-called launchpad. So it's basically a platform where you can participate in NFT game IDOs, so initial DAO offerings. So this basically means when the game starts its initial funding round, when they basically have, a white paper, an idea, a couple of game graphics, just some good assets that they can provide a community with, you can use this platform and become an early investor into that particular NFT game. The interesting part on that platform is that it runs on 3 different blockchains: Binance Smart Chain, Ethereum, and Moonriver. Moonriver being the most active chain at the moment, and all you need is a MetaMask wallet, so you can actually kind of connect yourself to the platform. So your wallet in that case is basically like your login, for those of you who are not that familiar yet with all the wallet and blockchain kind of parts. The Seascape platform on a first level is they have their own NFTs and their own token and their own kind of mini games, which you might already know from a DeFi perspective. But before we get into that, I think it makes more sense to explain you the Lighthouse part of the Seascape platform, because this is the actual part where let's go Solidity. Hi, buenos das. So I think explaining Lighthouse is something that really makes sense here. So for example, here you can see Moonscape. Moonscape is one of the DeFi games that they have already funded. So I was a little bit late for that one. I was probably just a couple of days late. So if you would be eligible, so if you would join in at the right time, you could say here that you could actually participate in this funding round for an NFT game, which is the so-called IDO. Then you can see that those projects here, they usually have a trailer for the game, so you can have a look at that. What am I actually investing my money in?
The power of the moon.
So I found this project pretty nice, but yeah, let's not get into the moons the is that the Moonscape project itself, but let's talk more about Seascape. So this is basically the site where the project advertises itself. So what kind of gameplay, what is the tokenomics, what is the release state, what is the token distribution schedule, and you let's say they work in the step where they have an so-called allotment where you have to claim particular tiers. So this also works in Quest. As you can see here, I started with tier 1. So I had to buy a specific amount of this particular token and this particular platform. How did I do that? So this platform actually has a marketplace. And on this marketplace, I was able to buy some NFT. So let's say here, let's say I'm going for a pretty cheap one and I don't want to spend too much. So I just say, okay, I just have to own one NFT. So I'm going to spend 0.569 CWS. One of those is currently worth around 12 euros. So that would be what, 7, 8 euros, maybe $8, $9. I would go on buy. Proceed the payment, and then it would basically pop up here my MetaMask and it would ask me to confirm this transaction. I don't want to buy now, but if you would do that, you would be able to buy that NFT, and then you could see that here in the tiers you would have completed this quest, own one scape, if you completed the quest. In order to get to buy this 0.01 rib, you have to go to the Seascape Decks. Let me just pull up the link of that. I can't find it here. Maybe I can find it here. Here. CDEX. Let's pull that up. So this is a so-called DEX. This basically means decentralized exchange. So you might know Binance or Coinbase or Kraken or some of those big platforms. And this is basically a native decentralized exchange. So let's say here Moonriver is the native currency of the Moonriver chain, which is the chain I'm currently using Seascape on. And here I could just say, okay, with my Moonriver, I want to buy the RIP token, and I think I had to buy 0.01, so I could basically swap this. And yeah, here you can basically see how much I sold, the liquidity provider fee that I would have to pay. And here again, as soon as I click on swap, it opens up a wallet transaction and I can buy my 0.01 rib. And then again here in the Lighthouse, it would show me, okay, I completed this quest. Then I could click on claim tier 0. And again, a transaction would pop up. I would pay the transaction fees, pay the transaction, and then the next tier would unlock, which would be tier 1. Then you complete those quests, you buy more of the RIB, you buy some CWS currencies. You would have to buy 4 more of those scapes, which are the native NFTs of the Seascape platform. And it would ask you to buy 1 NFT scape from the store. So this was basically the whole Lighthouse and the tiers. Do you guys have any more questions regarding that?
Do you know what is the transfer rate or the gas fee?
That
I didn't get a chance to see that.
Yeah, that depends on the platform.
Right, but are they pretty much standard with what you're noticing?
No, I mean, what is standard for you? Hello, Roscoe Cat. Missed you too. So the thing is standard, like if you live in the Ethereum world, standard transaction fees for you are $100. Which is exactly the reason why I am using Moonriver, because Moonriver is first of all, it's a Polkadot based chain. I think Polkadot and Cosmos have probably much higher security standards than the current Ethereum network. And here you can basically see the estimated gas fees is 0.00003 DEF, which is basically mover, and I think that translates to definitely below $1 transaction fees. So I would consider Moonriver has considerably low transaction fees, especially if you're thinking about what Ethereum charges these days. So the short question is, your transaction fees really depend on the network that you are, or the blockchain that you are doing the transactions on. With CDEX, you have the
so they are considerably lower than, say, Ethereum, or some of the other larger platforms. Gotcha.
That is at least true at the time of the recording of this video. Yeah, I mean, this might change over time. So, like if another chain gets very congested, so as soon as any blockchain gets to the point where it has too many users which want to do transactions, then the throughput of the network can handle. That's usually when transaction fees go up.
Gotcha. Just real quick, Crusader W is not a financial advisor. He is expressing his opinions. At the time
absolutely. I'm a crazy scientist, full-time gamer. Financial advice. This is not what you get here. But I love talking about tech and how things work in depth. And welcome everybody who joined on stream. I'm planning to do those sessions about NFT games and the whole crypto space more often. You're always welcome to hit the follow button and drop by anytime and ask any questions that you have. So when I'm not in a format where I'm specifically talking about this and that, like CDEX at the moment, I'm also open to just you dropping by here and asking questions because you found this and that project, and I'm happy to have a look at it. Also, if you want to get engaged more with the community, you can also always drop by on the Discord and get engaged with the community. So, there is one last thing that's worth talking about I haven't talked about yet, in my opinion, and those are the 3 games that are already existing on the Seascape platform. So this might be a bit confusing because you're thinking, hey, wait, Seascape is an NFT game launchpad / IDO platform. Why do they have their own games? And this is the whole DeFi, so the so-called decentralized finance, and the tokenomics, and how their own native NFTs tie into the whole quest system, where you rank up through the tiers, and the higher your tier, the better are your chances of participating in an IDO. All that stuff is gamified with their little mini games. So the first thing is, when you go to the CDEX, you cannot only swap tokens, but you can also add liquidity to a certain pool. So let's say here the CWS mover tool, you can add basically funds to a pool. So if you're not familiar yet with how decentralized exchanges work, when with centralized exchanges, you have basically big companies who say, well, we have Ethereum tokens and we have US dollars sitting on a bank account. So we can allow people to use to trade Ethereum for US dollars or US dollars for Ethereum and vice versa. Since decentralized exchanges aren't company and there isn't a big entity behind of them which provides this liquidity, basically the people who use those platforms are basically providing the liquidity for those decentralized exchanges. And thank you for the follow. So what you can do then in the profit circus, you can stake this liquidity that you provided. And for example here, you can see that this is a fun mini game with very interesting music, which makes it come across very, very serious, where you definitely want to be a crazy champ like me and just throw $4,000 at it, right? For getting a current return of 140%. Again, this is not financial advice. This is, you should really know what you're doing when you're getting this deep in the crypto ecosystem. But if you're gonna hang out on my channel, like, this is not a beginner channel. I'm into crypto since 2013, so I'm also researching on blockchain and everything that is related to it since 2013. So if you still gotta learn with the basics, just join the Discord. I'm happy to point you to some other YouTube channels. Get familiar with the basics first, and then here on this channel you can really get the all in-depth information about what's the new things that's going on and how can you wrap your head around the more complex stuff in the ecosystem. So this is really what I like. I like stuff when it gets more complex. This is when I'm starting to shine and when I'm starting to have fun. So what I did here, like you can see, I bonded some of my liquidity, which it's basically one part mover and one part of the CWS token, and over time I gain rewards. So I think I claimed the last time this morning, and the next time I hit this claim button and withdraw this 0.0 almost 4 mover, I can put it to my wallet. So I'm basically earning money by helping this platform operating this CDEX swap. So whenever you change mover into CWS, you basically help me and everybody else who provides liquidity to earn money. And on top of that, we are gonna get the reward of this mover, which is again another token. Yeah, so just to explain that. So the next thing I want to show you is the NFT Brawl, because this is a second way to get your hands on Seascape NFTs. So we're gonna have to wait until it's loaded. So what you can do in the NFT Brawl, you can basically use your crowns, which are those, the native, so the token handle is CWS. Here I can basically put in a certain amount of crowns, anything between 1 and 10, and then when I submit this, I am going to get an NFT back from the platform. So this here shows me the certain rates. So for example, if I spend 1 CWS, I have an 80% chance of getting a normal NFT, 10% chance of getting a rare one, 2% of an epic, and 1% of a legendary. The more amount of CWS I spend to get an NFT out, the higher my probability is of getting a rare, epic, and a legendary one. Here you can look at the numbers. There also seems to be a certain critical chance. So I guess when my mint is critical, I get different probabilities on what outcome my NFT mint is going to have. I haven't really played around with this NFT Brawl because currently I could buy scapes for less than 1 CWS on the marketplace, so yeah, I didn't really play around with that. But this, let's assume if the prices on the marketplace go up and you say, for example, I would never buy a normal NFT for more than 1 CWS, because if I use the NFT Brawl and I enter 1 CWS and mint a NFT, I only have a 73% chance to get a normal one, but a 21% chance to get a rare one, and even the chance to get an epic and a legendary. So it's kind of worth to play the gambling game, especially if you know that your outcome is worst case than what you can buy at the marketplace for the same price. And I just find this whole gamification of the whole how can you switch and trade around NFTs and do the liquidity mining, and there will also release another game later where you can burn NFTs, or you can even burn a combination of NFTs and then mint different types of NFTs. But this hasn't been released yet, so I'm not gonna go into it now. But if you want to learn more about that, leave a comment in the video or in chat, and I'm definitely gonna make a video about it as soon as it releases. The last thing I wanted to show you, which isn't live so you can't do it yet, but just to have it as a little teaser, is the staking saloon. And in the staking saloon you can stake your NFTs, or basically like a squad of NFTs. I think you have to stake 3 of them. And this generates income in form of coins. So here, how I understand it, the session has ended is something that you see when they haven't put a game live yet. And NFTs all the Seascape NFTs have an attribute which is called power. Actually, where can I see that? So when I go to explore, you can see that all the NFTs have a power property. So I'm not sure if this filtering is already working properly. So I just wanted to show this to you. Yeah, maybe this is not already implemented, but NFTs are going to have a power attribute. And then I assume if you stake a certain combination, it probably adds up the power of all those NFTs that you have staked here in the staking saloon. And then you're gonna have a total power value, and I guess that dependent on your contribution of power to the total pool, you are going to earn the CWS rewards based on the NFTs that you are staking in the staking saloon. So I'm going to look into this as soon as it's available, as soon as we can play it. I'm following the Seascape Discord on a regular basis. And having said that, I'm basically done with my little presentation for today. And also everybody who is watching my channel at the moment, if you watch this video, I can highly recommend you subscribe to, or you drop by on this channel a bit more often, or already subscribe to my YouTube channel, which I'm going to rebrand this, so don't worry about the branding. This is gonna change, and sorry for the background noises. But just to finish off with this video, I am going to give everybody that is active in my community, I'm gonna give them the chance to mint little NFT badges. So basically for if you're interested in following
check out
my
my
channel, and if you watch the videos, and if you engage actively on the Discord with the community that I'm building up, it's going to be an NFT gaming community. And the only non-NFT game that we are playing will be Crowfall, or at least me, whenever I feel like it. But you can earn those badges. And those badges at some point, you know, when I decide to do an NFT or I'm going to give out a special role, if you have earned enough of those badges, that will give you access to that particular role, because in the end, I think value from building a community come from having active and positive-minded people in the community. So I really want to reward each and every one of you for being active and engaging and just helping to build value inside of that community. And if you do that, I'll probably post a link in the video where you can get the NFT badge on PoApp. All you need is a MetaMask wallet, and you can start collecting those badges. And how this is going to tie into other things, we're going to figure it out as we go. So if you become a part of this community now, you also have a great opportunity to help shape how we grow the community, how we do those mini games. I really want to build this up as a DAO. I'm just kind of the crazy guy who is trying to get all the things together and get the people together and trying to build a great community. So for everybody who's watching the video, this was it. Bye bye, thanks for watching.